Hey y'all, what's up, Alpha Squad? It's Taurus down there again, y'all. And this is that Go Hard or Go Home channel. All right, so here's the deal, guys. Today I'm gonna talk a little bit about the female rotation and how to successfully navigate it. All right, if you don't know what a rotation is, that's the group of guys that the person is dating, or a group of men, women that a man is dating. That's a person's rotation. Okay. So here we go. We're gonna go over this real quick. If you don't know much about me, it's one of your first videos. My name is Taurus Downey, and what I do is I try to help some of the problems that are in the manosphere and give them the manosphere, the red pill guys, to try to give these guys a real answer to their problems besides the bull job they get. All right, so just on that one, y'all don't forget to hit like, subscribe, share. Thank y'all for all the subscribers. We're 1,000 strong now. We're trying to get bigger than that. So don't forget to hit like, subscribe, share. We'll talk about it more in a minute. Let's go ahead and do this. All right. Look, the first thing I want to talk to y'all guys about, especially my 20%, is my Alpha Squad. Is yes, women have a rotation. Okay. Don't believe that BS that they telling you that they only talking to one person. No. That's a lie. That's a lie. It's just as much a lie as the one when you telling it. Okay? When you telling her you and she the only one you holler at, and you know you hollered at 10 other bitches today too. Okay? So they lying to you too. Alright, they have a rotation. They have a rotation. Now, the thing is, we're gonna get into this in a minute. There's only 2 positions in that rotation, so you only gotta worry about 2 things. So we're gonna get to that in a second, okay? Let's talk a little bit about this rotation thing, okay, guys, all right? The guys really got to start understanding that this shit exists, all right? When I tell this story, and if you already watched my videos, you've seen me tell it a million times, you know what's coming, you know how it's going to go, all right? This conversation we're supposed to be having with the women, this shit happened like years ago, 30 or 40 years ago. Women sat down at the table with men and said, hey, look, don't pay for nothing else for us. We'll buy our own things. We're independent now. We'll have sex who we want to when we want to. They slapped the table. They got up and left. Okay? That split this whole thing right here. That's right there is where these 2 positions that I'm about to talk to you about, that is where these 2 positions actually started. Look, guys, don't forget to hit like and share. We got to get this more guys, all right? Look. Here, let's talk about these 2 positions. There's only 2 positions in the female rotation, okay? People think there's a whole bunch of them. No, it ain't. It's 2. You're either the pound man or you're a provider, okay? If you can't get what that is off the words, let me go ahead and explain it to you real quick. If you're the pound man, this woman has high sexual interest in you, okay? You want to know how you're gonna know this? Because you're going to get choosing signals. That's number 1. You probably won't have to do no whole bunch of initial talking. We're going to be talking about that in other videos and stuff too. Because guys really need to be paying attention to that. Alright? That's going to be one of the first things you're going to get choosing signals. Number 2, y'all going to have sex a lot. And you ain't going to have to initiate it most of the times. She going to call you when it's time for that. Just like she going to call the provider when it's time for this thing. See, let me tell y'all something. You can be both of those. You can be, but when they had that conversation, they split this thing right here. You no longer can be the provider and the pound man. There's a reason why. And that's the reason why they did what they did. They wanted to be with men that they were sexually attracted to, because a lot of women weren't sexually attracted to the men that they were with. They were with them because they were providers. Okay? So in that time, you could be both of them. Now, when they did this, they split this. There's some real game for you. Some real, this is game. That junk they talk about another, this and that ain't game. This junk right here, understand the deepness of it, that's the realness of this thing. That's why I keep telling people I'm not a game coach. Alright? I got a video coming up about that too. I'm going to explain exactly why. Number 1, I don't teach deception. I'm teaching you to be about yourself and understand who you are, and then go after that and how to stand. We're going to talk about that. Watch this. Alright? Now, you got the pound man, you got the provider. All right, provider, that's pretty much friend zone, simp, all the things that you can think of a man doing all the stuff that somebody would do to be with a woman and not getting sex. that falls on the provider. Well, how's it a provider if it's not money? Because you can provide time, you can provide emotional support, you can provide a lot of things. But if you're not providing sex, if she's not coming to you for that, then you're the provider. You're not the pound man. Only the pound man is the only one who's ever getting sex. That's the only one who can really say he's winning. Everybody else is losing. Why nobody likes the friend zone and all the other good junk. Now, but how do I successfully navigate this? We're going to talk about that real quick. This video, we're going to keep it long because this junk is pretty much easy. Number one, you want to be the pound man. And you got to make sure you become the pound man. Well, how do I do that? Number one, the best thing would be to wait for choosing signals. All right? Guys don't want to do that these days. Which is another video that I'm going to get into. The minute you start, whoever starts the chasing first, guys, is going to chase the whole time. That's how this works. It's like everything else in life. All right? If you go to a company and ask to work for them, you're going to wind up proving yourself to them the whole time. If they're asking for you specifically, if they're looked at your resume and found out about you and coming to you, they better be coming with a good ass offer and all that, because now they got to chase because they're the ones coming after you. Whoever's the person that gives the choose the signal first, whoever goes after the other one first is going to wind up doing the chasing the whole time. So that's some free game for y'all right there, if y'all want to call it that. I just call it common sense, but your goal in this to successfully navigate this thing, number one is don't never lie to yourself. All right? If you're in the friend zone, you need to tell yourself you're in the friend zone. How do I know if I'm in the friend zone? You've been talking to this chick for 2 weeks, because that's as long as it's gonna get. For me, it should be one. For me, it's one. I'm doing two to be nice to everybody else, because everybody else they ain't on the same thing as me and all the other junk. And I get it, and we're gonna change that through this channel on Alpha Squad, though. We're gonna change all that. But the thing of it is, hey, choosing signals need to happen. She need to be showing you some interest first, looking at you, something. We're going to do more videos about how we're going to get stuff like that to happen. We're going to do more stuff like that. But the main deal of this thing right here is, that's the key. The key is going to be how it starts out, guys. This shit, that's why I say it's not game. The game is trying to talk somebody into this shit. And that don't work. It works. It works, but you're gonna become some form of provider. That's the deep end of this thing. The only way to be the pound man is that she's got to have interest in you from the beginning. That's the real only way to be the pound man. The majority of the reason that these guys are complaining in the manosphere and the red pill and stuff like that is because now you can't use the provider thing no more. For the reason that I got to explain it to you, because the more you watch these videos, I'm going to keep telling that story. We had this conversation 34 years ago, guys. This is a very simple problem to solve. They already sat down at the table with you and told you what's up. They don't want you buying them shit. They will pound town whoever they want to. And you need to respect that. You need to respect that, and you need to act accordingly. Because you getting out here doing all this junk, this game junk that everybody else talking about, you're not gonna navigate this rotation system. You're gonna become one of those providers in some form or fashion. You might get rationed some butt every now and again, but that's about it. No, Pound Town man don't got to do all of that. Okay, Pound Town man don't got to do all of that. And she got a little money, she'll break off with him too. I prefer to be the Pound Town guy, guys. I'm telling you. This woman, the most successful way to navigate this thing, this whole thing, this will solve most guys' problems. If just in the beginning you understand that there's a rotation. and there's more people than you. And then where do you fit in there? And then do you want to be the pound man? Because I'm telling you, you don't want to be the provider. You don't want to. You might think you want to. It might feel a little bit good, but no. Let me tell y'all something about the provider. The provider can never be satisfied. The women can never satisfy the provider. If they do, that's a power dynamic, man. All right, not just from the guy's point of view, from hers too. That's why you have these guys talking about this provider thing and sexist marriages and all the other good shit. Because see, yeah, she can't just be free with you, because see, if you lose interest or you get too you know what I'm saying, it becomes too common to you, you might stop providing. That's why that don't work, guys. We're going to be talking about it more and more in other videos, because I think that, see, they're not discussing this stuff in the Manosphere and the Red Pill. They're not discussing this junk. I watched plenty of them shows. It's been so much time talking smack to women and talking smack about women, when they really need to be telling guys this type of stuff. This is what you need to internalize. Look, your ass is going to be one or two people in this. We about to get out of here. We're going to keep this joke along. Your butt is going to be one of two people in this situation. You're either going to be the pound man or you're going to be the provider. And these days, they don't really blur the two. They don't really do that. Why? Because here's the thing, guys, just like with us, most of the women that look good for sex are going to be idiots. It's the same thing like with guys. Most of the guys that are ultra attractive, probably not that intelligent, probably can't really make the money. Look at the guys in the Manosphere and the Red Pill. In most cases, the majority of their cases, them ain't muscle bound, built up guys. Some of them are, some of them ain't. But most of them are, they're not the types that women will just say, oh, let me just, oh. You see what I'm saying? That's why they're stuck on that provider thing. That's why I'm trying to get to 20% to get off of it. It ain't going to work for you. It's the worst way into the relationship that's possible. That's the worst way in. And I think I just explained why it's the worst way in. She got to hold out for you. See, that's why the Pound Town guy gets it first and you don't. She has to hold out for you, because she got to do whatever's going to take to make you start coming out of your pockets. That's why I just go ahead. You know what? I'm going to drop this one before I leave out of here. Let me tell y'all something my father told me. All right? When you deal with women, always be financially embarrassed. It don't matter how much money you got. You always saying you ain't got none. I'm always doing it. Now, women know better, because I got a house. I got a car. I go around doing whatever I feel like doing. They know I got some money. They just know I'm not going to spend it on them. So then that gives them a decision. They can get to go to Pound Town and get to hang around for a little bit and be a part of the lifestyle, or not. But I'm telling you, the provider position in this one is a losing one. It's a losing one. I'm doing a video about that to know out here too. The provider position is a losing position. Only the pound man is going to win, y'all. And that's the truth. And they split that apart when they did this. When we had a conversation, I told y'all 30, 40 years ago. They sat down at the table. We're going to mess with who we want to when we want to. That was when we got told. And I'm telling you, Alpha Squad, my 20%ers, I'm telling y'all. Don't be fooled by the Red Pill and the Manosphere and all that other junk. I'm telling you what happened. And they know what happened, because a lot of those guys are older guys. They know that too. But instead of telling you that way, they tell you this other way, which really don't make no sense and ain't going to help you. So, we talked about the female rotation today. Y'all need to understand that exists. And then you need to understand there's two positions in there. And then you need to fit yourself into that Pound Town position. Because if you the pound man, you can keep the relationship going. She's going to stay in the relationship with the pound man. She's going to do that. The provider, he's only going to get a relationship as long as he provides. So y'all, look, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and share. At least hit like. If you don't share, don't subscribe, I get it. You know, you're getting subscribers and stuff anyway, but you know, maybe you'll join later. But do hit like if you think this is good info, so we can go push this to other guys. But this done been about the female rotation, guys, and the two positions in it, and how you gonna navigate it. You need to be making sure that you are the pound man, not the provider. The provider can't be respected, guys. We're gonna talk about it more in another video. Y'all drop the comments, let me know what y'all think about this. What do y'all think about the provider being in the worst position? What do y'all think about, you know what I'm saying, the pound man always winning? And how do you make sure that you're the pound man? I'm gonna tell you how I do it. I date, and like sex don't start happening, I'm out of there. You start talking too much provider shit, I'm out of there, and I'm letting them know I don't do that. It's a bad position. Y'all drop the comments, let me know what y'all think. Hit like, subscribe, share, join the journey, the conversation. It's been Taurus down to y'all. This is that Go Hard to Go Home channel. And I'm out of here on this one, y'all. Peace.